Okay. Well, hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me and us uh, for the Summer Fitness Chatbot Challenge 2024. We'll get you in AI shape, at least for the summer. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and we're going to jump into it. If you've never been here before, which I think is most people on the call, I start from scratch. This is a full live build. You're going to watch me do it in real time in 5 days, come up with a domain name, make the GoHighLevel sub account, get a template, use ChatGPT to write all the stuff for us in the template. Then we're going to make a reception bot. We're going to make a affirmation bot. And here's how we're going to work together. So, great. So let's get started. So can you all see my screen? On the right, I have a document that I'm going to share with everybody right now so you can follow along. So this is a tool that I use. It's totally free. It's called Workflowy. It's amazing for taking little, lists, making little lists and sharing them. So I'm going to share it all. I'm going to share it with you all right now. So you can download this, and this will be updated every day throughout the challenge. And you'll have your own, you have your own, you can bookmark it and see the updates as we make them. Okay. So before we get started, are there any questions or comments from anyone? All right, great. Let's go. So, as I mentioned, when I sent out invitations and when I was posting this challenge, we're going to do the niche of fitness. Don't know exactly what yet. As a group, we'll get to pick what exactly we do with fitness. I like to work with you guys and figure out what we're doing. We're going to get domain in real quick. We're going to set a website up, and we're going to be doing most of our testing. We're going to be using CloseBot for the bot solution. Does anyone not have CloseBot? Raise your hand if you don't have CloseBot. Awesome. So everyone's a CloseBot person here. Cool. So we're going to be using CloseBot and GoHighLevel and then regular ChatGPT. You're going to see me doing it live on my screen. When we're done, I'll share the snapshot with you. So what I'm hoping to get accomplished in the next 5 days is, the stuff you see up here, building the quick little site. We're going to, I'm going to flow chart it out. So we'll do like a simple flow chart of how we want some of these bots to work. I'll share this with you too when we're done. She'll see a good example of how you can make a flow chart for your bots. We're going to make very quick a reception bot for the fitness studio that's going to respond, qualify, and schedule leads. And when it's done, we're going to have it sell a product. Okay, so we're going to add a bit of an e-commerce component to this. So we're going to have it sell a product. Then we're going to build an affirmation bot. And what this is a, this sends daily messages via email or SMS, whatever you want. For this course, we're going to use email. We're going to use my email. But you can set up however you want. It's a traditional CloseBot tool, right? Or not tool, but it's use CloseBot to do this. And the affirmation bot will also, it will allow us to keep our customers engaged. So this is a really cool use of a bot in that you'll be able to interact with them daily with a nice affirmation, and then your clients will see you every day and you'll be in their thoughts, which is cool because then if they want your services again, they'll be thinking about you. And it's a really good way to market yourself and provide a good value for your customers. So it's going to keep the customers engaged. Okay. And then I'm going to try to make an abandoned cart bot if we have time. And so basically, for our product that we will create, that we will make up. So what that's going to do is when someone does not buy but fills out the form, we will email them CloseBot or with a combination of just regular SMS and CloseBot. And then as I do this, as I build this website and build all this content, I don't know anything about the fitness industry. I mean, a little bit because I'm a person and I go to fitness stuff, but I don't own a fitness studio, never have. So I'm going to pretend that a client came to me, and then once we come up with a name and stuff, like that's really all I know, and they're just new to the business, and they're like, what do I do? So we'll show you some marketing stuff that doesn't totally apply to making the bots directly. But that's what I hope to accomplish the next 5 days. And then as I do this, I'll be doing extensive prompting in ChatGPT I call it super prompting, but what I do is I create long documents with huge prompting that I then use to create smaller prompts or bunch of techniques and different output. The output from the ChatGPT, you'll see me use it throughout here. Okay. So are there any questions before I get going? Excited? Give me a thumbs up if you're excited. Nice. All right, let's do it. Hey, who else joined? Scott, Keith. I think that's it. Amanda. Hello. I think I recognize some of you. Hello. So let's do this thing. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we need to come up real quick, and I'll do this with the group as I like to do. More fun that way. Let's come up with what type of fitness studio we're going to do. It could be yoga. It could be a boxing studio. It could be a gym, Pilates, anything fitness related. Do you guys want to throw it in the chat? Any ideas you have for the kind of studio we could do? Bar. Okay. Super popular. Okay. Bar studio. Anything else? I'll give you 1 minute. If you don't do it, you won't have a chance to have the niche. Small group, okay. Yoga, definitely easy. Yoga I might do just because it's kind of general, but bar is good too. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Okay. CrossFit. Yeah. Let's do yoga because it's just more. I think we can have maybe more fun with it, especially with the affirmations and stuff. And it'll totally apply to CrossFit, judo, Pilates, bar method, anything you can think of. I assure you that the snapshot that I'm going to give you, tweaking it, and after you watch this class, you'll be able to hopefully, tweak it for your particular niche. Okay. We're going to do yoga, and and the services they're going to have are small group classes. Is that what you meant? By small group? Yep. Small group classes, one-on-one. One-on-one. Oh, yeah, this will be fun. So one-on-one and small group class, one-on-one, and what's another kind of service that is yoga would have? Small group class, one-on-one. Anything? Anyone? Okay, so here we go.
My wife does yoga, and a lot of the yoga studios, they offer courses to teach you how to become a yoga instructor.
Good one. Okay. Become an instructor. So here's what we're going to do too. So to make this more robust, I'm going to, so there's services, small group classes. Yeah. So hot yoga, Bikram, I guess that is hot yoga, whatever. We'll use ChatGPT to flesh this out in a second. Okay. So another thing I want to do is, oh yeah. So we're going to do this. This will be cool. So in the schedule for the scheduling, we're going to make the bot route to the right calendar type based on service type. So meaning if they choose small group class, it's going to go to the small group class calendar. They go to the one-on-one, that calendar, and so on. And that should be enough so you guys can understand. Like once you get it in there, you can route and do all sorts of stuff. So you're learning about bot routing. Okay. So we're going to build that over here. Let's see. So ChatGPT real quick. I'll say, give me 5 yoga studio services and 5 class types and 1 or 2 products it could sell online. So let's see what ChatGPT tells us, and we'll build our little so services there, then the product, and we'll come up with a name. All right, cool. Private session, group classes, workshops, perfect. So small group, so group classes, we'll just say they're not going to be giant classes. Private sessions, workshops, wellness, and we'll do, that's enough. I don't want to make a million calendars. I'll do what I said before. So the workshop is going to be become a customer. That's all I'm going to do is 3. Okay. And we'll do hot yoga, hatha yoga, power yoga, and yoga for beginners, and yoga for kids. I just want beginners. Yoga for kids. And the products we're going to sell, ooh, yoga mat. A good one. Yoga mat and essential oils. Those are good products to affiliate market, by the way. You could have something like probably a Vista print your your yoga mats, really. So that's actually pretty good product for a yoga studio to sell. And if you have a client that's a yoga studio and they're looking for ways to generate more revenue from your bots, really, you can offer that. I'll say great for affiliates. Great to add affiliate dollars for your client. Okay, cool. All right. I think that's good enough. Now, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy this stuff, and now I want to get a domain name. So I use a tool called BrandSnap, which is down here. So we moved on from the niche. Okay. And so here's this BrandSnap.ai. I use it all the time. And what is cool is you tell it what you're looking for, and it finds cool names and the available domain names, which is crucial. It's really, 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 really hard to get a domain name nowadays. It's crazy. So this helps. So I'm just going to paste in some of the products and services that I do here. And that's all I did. I just pasted in literally. You can paste in anything you want. It's the chat prompt, right? Hit generate. And if I see one, I'm going to buy it for purposes of this. Ooh, harmonyhatha.com and PowerFlow. Ooh, Bliss. These aren't bad names. Blissful Breath. Crystal Breathe. Huh. And if you're, so I'm going to use one of those, but if you want, you can change the style of the name that it sends back. Like I'll do maybe more playful. And you could also change the TLD, the top level domain. I am looking for a .com because they're actually cheaper than most of these here. .net's cheap too, but whatever. But you can look for other TLDs because there may be more available, especially .orgs and .nets. Okay, so I'd change it to playful real quick. We'll find one I like. Ooh, Flow Tribe Yoga. No, I want it shorter. Let's see. Let's do casual again. Darn, it had a cool name.
I like that empowerment yoga that came up the first time.
What was it? I know, me too. All right, so just do it again. You just do it over and over. It's like any chat. It's gonna keep doing it again and then. Blissful yoga. Sacred balance. My mother would love this. Let's do playful one more time. All right. Serene sessions.
The blissful blends is kind of cool.
Blissful bends. I don't know. I like I don't, yeah, it does like alliteration. It doesn't matter, guys. Harmony Hatha is fine. And it seems like they do Hatha yoga, so whatever. So I'm gonna buy this, but I'm not gonna do it here. You could buy this here, and I'll save that domain for you, so you could buy it if you want. I won't use it up. So I'm gonna buy this one, but I'm not gonna do it here. I want to be able to connect it easily to GoHighLevel, so I'm gonna do it right in Cloudflare. Anyone use Cloudflare? I'm just gonna make a note of this here. Domain purchase. And more importantly, DNS management, which is great for GoHighLevel. Okay.
And it's a CDN, so it distributes your content, and it's for free.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so this is the free tool. It's free. It's a free tool. You don't have to use it. I don't think, but I always use it. It's a free tool. So David, hey, I didn't see you, buddy. So yeah, so I'm gonna buy a site domain registration. This is kind of new for this site. So what do we like? We like Bliss or Hatha. What was it? Harmony Hatha. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna search for this. Oh wait, those are my domains. I want to register a domain. I'm sorry. Click on register domains. Boom, boom, boom. Yay. So I'm gonna purchase that. I don't care about email really, to be honest with you. So that's good. I'll do PayPal. Here, let me get this off the screen while I do this. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. PayPal. I have to log into PayPal. It's a new computer. That's really irritating. Sorry, I have a brand new computer. Oh, wow, that was easy. Okay, so it did work. Okay, cool. So now I've got a new domain. So I'm going to just leave it here for now. I'm not going to mess with it. So I'm going to go to GoHighLevel. So are there any questions? We're going to start building a website. Any questions? No, 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 no. Okay, great. Let's move. So now I'm going to open up and I'll make this window bigger.
Sorry, Josh, you're in my pocket, so I couldn't ask. But I'm also like at this point, like wondering like why we even need websites anymore? I'm like, you can,
Well,
you know,
that's a good
maybe
question. That's a good question. That's a good question. You don't. I mean, you could
like
have a phone
between
number in AI.
social and yeah.
You could. You don't have to have a website. I'm doing a website just so people can look at it. And I think people want to know how to do it. And there's a lot more things you could do with a website because it's visual and it's people are used to it and it works well on mobile. So there's lots of reasons. But yeah, you won't need a website always. That's not going to be a forever thing because of AI for sure. All right. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go to GoHighLevel and I'm going to create a new sub account. And I'm going to make this sub account from CloseBot, which we'll get into in a second, and I'll show you when I do it. But it gives you a snapshot to install in GoHighLevel so that they can talk to each other. And it's really easy to do. So I'm going to make a new sub account using a snapshot that I already have. If you have CloseBot, you'll have this snapshot as well. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. I want to do it from an account snapshot. So I want to do an imported snapshot from CloseBot v4. So I'll do.
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand CloseBot, but I don't understand what GoHighLevel does.
Oh, okay. So GoHighLevel, for those of you that don't use it, it is a super tool essentially that allows you to have all of your clients, if you're a social media marketing agency or that's who usually uses this tool are marketing agencies, businesses, and essentially it allows me to have all of my clients as sub accounts. And you'll see in a second as I do this, you'll watch me use GoHighLevel and see the power of it. But essentially, it's a CRM plus. So it allows you to store contacts, have automations, email marketing. It can integrate with all of your social media handles, channels, so that you can use CloseBot, for instance, to talk to them all at the same time and manage them all at once. In addition, you could do you could host your website, you could build websites, you could do forms, surveys, reputation management, literally everything you need to do to maintain a company's online presence. You can do it in an unbelievable way with GoHighLevel, and it's completely integrated in the way that it all talks to each other and everything. You can automate all these different things, which is what we're going to do. So I unfortunately don't have enough time to totally go into GoHighLevel, but if you watch my 30-day chatbot challenge, I spent a good like a week maybe going through GoHighLevel, showing it off and setting it up and stuff. So I actually show you how to set it up from scratch in the last class, but not this one. Okay. Awesome. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm loading up a snapshot, and real quick, a snapshot is if I have a sub account that I like, for instance, like this is my website, and I'll just show you real quick. So this has all these cool things in it. My website's in here, all my automations are in here, everything's in here. And I want to duplicate it and use it again and again. So you create what's called a snapshot, which is literally a snapshot of all of the everything contained within this sub account, all these features and whatnot. It's all put in a snapshot. And then I could load snapshots when I create new accounts. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm at my agency view. So this is my root level of my GoHighLevel account to control my agency, not my individual sub accounts and clients' websites. So from the account snapshots, which you can import, I'm going to give you guys a snapshot when we're done that you can import. So you'll have the website that I created in your GoHighLevel. Okay. So I'm going to import CloseBot v4 snapshot, create new account. I'll just add the account manually. It's irrelevant. Oh, geez. There we go. Gotta wait a second. Okay. First name, let's see, Josh. Oops. The email doesn't matter really. Josh@hatha.com. It's not going to use it. So business name, Hatha, what was it? Hatha Harmony or something? Harmony Hatha. Harmony Hatha. So I'm setting up this particular sub account. I use a fictitious address. Put it in Chicago, United States. I don't have to do the niche. Illinois, 60035. Phone number, 312-909, whatever. Time zone, Chicago. So once I do this, we're good to go. Okay. All right. So now it's going to make a new sub account called Harmony Hatha with the CloseBot snapshot already loaded. So we can work with CloseBot. So now that this is created, I'm going to switch to the sub account. And this isn't really a GoHighLevel course, but I am going to show a couple things in GoHighLevel. So this is a fresh, clean instance of this Harmony Hatha sub account in GoHighLevel. We're going to be doing a few things today. We're going to be building a website really quickly, and we're going to be connecting the domain name. Okay. So real quick, let's connect the domain name first. Actually, no, let's build a website. Let's make a website real quick first. And so all I'm going to do is, these are all the features for making a website. I just want to make a new funnel. I'm going to use a built-in template. Nothing complicated. I'll type in yoga. Look, all these cool studios. So let's see. Yoga meditation. So you can look at it, get a quick little overview of it, see if this will work for my service. There's a contact us. I'm going to have a little live chat widget. Services can be products. All right, I can work with this. It's fine. So I'll do continue. I'm going to load this up. We'll make a logo too. Okay, so it's going to load this funnel template up. And when I make a snapshot, you'll have this template after we edit it with all the right graphics and all this stuff. Okay, although it has decent graphics. So if you can use the templates and GoHighLevel, use them because it just makes life a lot easier. All right, so now while this is going, takes a second. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to hook up the domain name that we just bought. It's going a little slow. Do it again. Sorry. Yoga. It was this one. All right, well, that's going. What I'll do is I'll just open up a new window and do it. There it is. Okay, so now in settings, I want to set up the domain name we just bought. So I'm going to go to domains. I'm going to add a domain. And I'm going to do harmonyhatha.com. Leave this by default. And hit continue. It's going to tell me that I'm probably going to look and see that I'm at Cloudflare. I'm going to authorize the domain. This is what's nice about being with Cloudflare. It's going to add in some records into my DNS. You don't need even to know. You don't even need to know what that meant, other than know that GoHighLevel will do it for you. And this will be the most complicated thing we have to do in terms of setup. Okay, cool. So now I'll let that authorize. It takes about 30 seconds. And we have a website here. So I'm going to go back. And we'll hook this website up to the domain. There's a problem with that error. Couldn't find CNAME. Try again. Oh, wait. Might have to do it another way. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work manually, if it doesn't work automatically, it's really easy to manually do it. I'll show you. It happens sometimes. Okay, so while we're doing that, so we have our funnel here. It's got a landing page, a scheduling page, and a thank you page. We're going to need a product page, so we'll make that like a store. So we'll do that. This isn't going to be like a Shopify or anything. It's going to be really, really simple. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it works. So now, when you add the domain properly, we're going to connect it to a funnel. There's the funnel we just imported, or a website. The landing page is the default page, the home page, right? A link domain. Give it a second. Cool. So now, if I type in harmonyhatha.com. What was it? Is that not right? Let me see. So here, so on the website, open it up and make sure that it's connected to the, yeah, it is. I don't want it to that. I want it. So don't connect things to www. Connect it to just Harmony Hatha. www is the way Cloudflare and GoHighLevel work. It just kind of forwards it to this. They're literally two domains, but behind the scenes it should handle it. So don't link to www. Link to that. And then I'll just double check. Oh, you got to type change. Okay. Okay. Now I'll just double check to make sure that my domain that I just set up is proper. So to look at a to look at a domain that you've already set up, I'm gonna click on here and look at the Harmony Hatha and do edit, just make sure. Yeah, there's no default page. So I need to change that. So the landing page, don't need an error page, but if you know what an error 404 error page is, like that, this error, you could make your own page. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna do save. Now, if I hit refresh. Okay, so there's the website we just created. Pretty sweet. Okay, so this will work great. Okay, are there any questions before I move on? Anyone?
Yeah, I have a question. Are we like, is the idea you're making this page so that you could demo it to a real yoga studio? Because
I'm making this page,
they
yes.
have their own website?
Yeah, you could. I'm also showing you how to make a website real quick if you don't know how and GoHighLevel. But yeah, we're going to put a chatbot on the website. And then that's what we're going to be
But a
doing through the rest of
regular
the time.
yoga studio, you'd have to put it on their website, right?
Yeah, right. And so I'll show you how to do that.
Okay.
Yep. We're going to do that. So in this thing here, we're building a website with live chat. So live chat is what's going to allow us to connect to CloseBot, and you can embed live chat on any website. So let me make a note of that because that was a good point. So we are making a yoga site from scratch, but you could put a live chat widget on any website, not even in GoHighLevel.
Are websites the best place to host chatbots at the moment?
There's many ways to host. There's many places you can host your CloseBot chatbot. So I'll show you that when we do it. If you look through, so is anyone not in my chatbot challenge? So I have a school group. I was putting this link out directly, but I have a school group, and I'll put it in here as well. That I have all sorts of different challenges in there, and I do it through SMS, I do it through email, I do it through Facebook. Usually, I would set up a Facebook page for this, and I may do that because that works really well too. But I'm not allowed to make any more Facebook pages on Facebook, so it's just easier that way. I'm purposely doing live chat right now because it's a very easy way to get your bot onto someone's site. But the same bot will instantly connect with their Facebook and all that stuff when you integrate it with GoHighLevel. So in GoHighLevel, every sub account can integrate with Google and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all this stuff. And CloseBot automatically will handle all of those channels at the same time. So it doesn't really matter what channel I showcase. This will work on any channel. A lot of people love a chat widget on their site because it's everywhere and it's right there and easy to use. A lot of people want it on their Facebook page. Other people want it on the phone number that's on their website if they miss a call. There's tons of places you can use it. So real quickly, let me just, for those of you who don't have it, let me paste this link into this chat group. So if you're not in my chatbot challenge, it's here. If you click on this link, it takes you to the page for this classroom group for this fitness challenge. And you can sign up for my group. It's totally free. Okay. So there's tons of training and stuff in there. Yeah.
If I missed this earlier, is CloseBot and ManyChat the same? This one's your preference. This one's cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Better
Great
than
question.
the other?
Great question. So let me put this in here. So tools. So we are using GoHighLevel. I apologize for those of you that don't use it. Most of these classes, everyone uses it. But if you don't, GoHighLevel is a CRM plus website host plus way more. Okay. And so we do all of our work on that. CloseBot is the chatbot tool I'm going to be showcasing in this course for this class. Okay. There are other tools Like you said, ManyChat. I'm not going to be showcasing ManyChat here at all. But if you go to my chatbot challenge, I'll just show you. So in my chatbot challenge, if you don't know, there's the classroom. There's all these different classrooms. So like the 30-day chatbot challenge, there's all sorts of different stuff in here for how to use GoHighLevel and how to set it up and do different things with it, like set up GoHighLevel. There's 2 days of setting up GoHighLevel from scratch. And then I also talk about different chatbots. So like on the very first day of the chatbot challenge, we actually used a different tool to build a widget, a chatbot widget. It's kind of like ManyChat, but it's called Chatbase. So there's lots of different tools. And in my chatbot challenge, if you go to community, or I'm sorry, you go to classroom. Hold on, my monitor. Okay, you go to classroom and you go to live builds and demos and stuff, and there's chatbot reviews. I'm not done with all of them, but like I've reviewed Chatbase and I've reviewed CloseBot and I've reviewed Pointwise and I've reviewed, different chatbot tools. I haven't done ManyChat yet, but like UChat is similar. ManyChat is also more like a workflow builder, where it isn't, unless there's a newer version out, but most of the time it's a workflow builder where everything is going to look like, like a workflow. You build a workflow. When they say this, do this. When they say that, do this. When they say this, do that. So as you watch us make the reception bot to start in CloseBot, you're going to see how incredible it is in terms of taking all of that functionality over in a really easy way that uses ChatGPT and all these other LLMs in the background. But it kind of keeps guardrails on the conversation, and it only allows them to go down one path. And you'll see you set objectives for the bot to reach, rather than ManyChat where you're like, ask them their name, ask them their phone, ask them this, then ask them if they want one of these things, and then go from there, and so on and so on. So it's different than ManyChat completely, actually.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, this is way more powerful than ManyChat, but ManyChat's also cool too because it's easy. It works the same every time, right? It's because it's linear kind of, even though you can branch. So there's advantages and disadvantages. So CloseBot is a tool that I prefer to do conversational AI. For some clients, I'm taking the conversation using CloseBot, which I'm going to show you, but I'm doing advanced things like intercepting it before it answers and hitting up ChatGPT to like look at a database or do a really long prompt, which we're going to do a little bit of that here for the affirmation bot maybe. And then it goes back in and sends you your CloseBot. So just bear with me. I promise you'll learn how to do all this stuff, okay? Awesome. Cool. So where were we? Okay, so we have our website set up. We have Cloudflare set up. We have our domain name set up. We have all that. So create a website with live chat. So we have a website up. I'm not really going to edit the text at the moment because that's really not the point of this at the second. So what we want to do is let's start preparing to build bots. Okay, so we're going to jump right into bot building. The first thing I want to do is make a receptionist bot that will do basic response, qualification, and scheduling, then sell the product. And you would use this reception bot probably on their Facebook page, SMS, Instagram, right? Because it'll do the vast majority of all incoming traffic. It will handle. If you're doing like a database reactivation, in my group, I have a database reactivation challenge. You'd set it to a different bot. So you'll see me using a bunch of different bots here, a few different bots. So if you do have CloseBot, the one bot account will barely work. I mean, it will work for you, but it won't work for clients and nothing super advanced. The 3-bot account is usually good for a single business. I have the unlimited account. It just allows you to do so many more things is usually the setup for a SaaS program. It just has all the features that I need. So you guys are going to be seeing me use the unlimited account of CloseBot, just so you know that. Okay. So what I like to do is when I build a bot, okay, so real quick, hold on. So just to back up, we have this website. Okay. Right now, real quick, I'm going to add a chat widget to it, like I said. So I'm going to add this live chat widget. And the way you do that is really simple. I'm going to turn it on for the whole website. I click settings. Did I turn that on? Chat widget. Okay. So the chat widget in the site's builder is where you get this working. And in order for it to work with any chat bot engine like CloseBot, you need to make a few changes here. And this is pretty basic. You'll do this again and again. You need to change the live chat from SMS to live chat. Okay, so that's all you have to do to turn on CloseBot, which we're going to hook up next. All right. I'm not going to really mess with anything else here. I'm going to keep it on like this. We'll go over the chat later in a second. So I'm going to save it. And just to show you all how this works, this is an embeddable widget that can go on any site, either in GoHighLevel or elsewhere, and it will work with CloseBot and everything, because all you got to do is get this code, and you could mail this to a client, right? So you would copy this snippet of code and say, okay, client, here's your code. Take your website builder, just paste it in as a snippet of code, which I'll show you how to do right this second. So we're going to do this before we even do anything else because it's so easy. So I'm going to open up the website that we just created and open up the home page. And this is the website builder. So I'm not showing you how to make websites in GoHighLevel specifically, but I'm just going to scroll down. You can put this anywhere. So I'll put it here. So these pluses allow me to add elements like any website builder. So WordPress, all these things work like this. WordPress has the same features. So I'm going to add some code. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in the code snippet that I just got. And every time you change a code snippet, you do need to update this. But that's it. So now when I refresh this, it should have a live chat. Hold on one sec. Oh, I got to save it. Sorry. Save it. Make sure you save everything and publish it. Okay. So now, see a live chat widget. Sorry. One sec. What is it? Sometimes you need a incognito window helps. Not working. Let's see. So I'm going to go back. I'll go to my chat widget, enable chat bubble, chat type live chat, widget window, all this. Don't have to change anything. Save. Let me try it one more time. I'm going to get the code, copy, go back to my website editor. There used to be a setting on here to turn it on. Oh, there it is. Chat widget. Sorry. So let me back up. Now that I've turned on the live chat, there's a setting for the this whole website that allows you to just turn it on for every web page. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to save it. So I'm also going to show you the technique I just did. So this turns it on for your GoHighLevel website only, just this website. If your client needs to access this, you need to send them that snippet, which is, I pasted it down here, but I'm going to get rid of it because we don't need it. I'm going to save, publish, and now this should have the chat widget on it. Where is this bad boy? Well, we're going to keep moving because maybe, I don't know why it isn't working. That is strange. Where is it? There it is. Okay, finally. So there's a chatbot widget that we just set up. It's not going to work yet because we don't hook it up to CloseBot. So let's do that now. So we got 20 minutes left. So now what I want to do is, before we hook it up to CloseBot, let's really quickly flesh out how our receptionist bot is going to work. So I like to do this before I get into CloseBot. And you'll do this whether you use CloseBot or ZappyChat or AppointWise or Agent-Centric. Any of the chatbot builders, you're going to want to do this technique. You're going to want to do this step. It's especially good because you can work with the client to build their bots. Okay. So we're going to be building a fitness bot, and this is a program called Lucidchart, and you don't need to have it. You can use like FigJam or anything you want. So I'm going to make a shareable link, and I'm going to paste this into this thing here real quick. So we're making, here's our, oh, let me use this. Okay. So if you guys click that link, you can follow along with me in real time. Okay. So I'm going to make a flowchart here. This is a flowchart builder. So we're making a fitness bot, and this is the first one we're making. This has multiple pages. So here at the bottom, I'm just changing the name of this page to reception. Make a little title up. Actually, I'll put it here. Receptionist bot. Okay, receptionist bot. So we know that we want our receptionist bot to ask a few questions: name, phone, email, and we're not going to spend a ton of time discussing what a receptionist bot can and can't do. We're going to build a reasonably simple receptionist bot based off of what, you know, I think and we think a receptionist bot should do based off of all these other bots. Okay. So it's going to come in, it's going to ask for their name. We know we want, so it's going to ask their name, phone, and email. That's going to say what service. And we'll teach the bot will say it in a nice way. And oops, and that's be coming from our knowledge base, which we're going to build a knowledge base in CloseBot. Okay, it's going to say what service, and then it's going to schedule. It's going to schedule on the right calendar. Sorry. On the right calendar. And these will be one of multiple calendars. So there'll be 3 possible calendars or whatever however many services there are. And then once it's done, it's going to say thanks. Want to buy a yoga mat? Okay. And then if they say yes or no. All right. So if they say yes, I'm sorry. If they say yes, it's going to give them a link to the product. Okay. And if they say no, we're going to convince them to try again. But we're using chat, not just would you like to buy it again? And I'll do this like in a little loop. Try again 3 times to get them to buy. Okay. And then when this is done, both of these are going to go to affirmations, daily affirmations. It's going to ask if they want daily affirmations. And then if they say yes, all right. So if they say yes, it's going to add them to the workflow that we're going to create for these daily affirmations. And this is a whole different workflow. We have to make our affirmations bot, which we'll make next. So add them to affirmations, add them to new bot. Okay, so this is going to be the affirmations bot. They say no. If they say no, we'll just say thanks. And then we'll end the conversation. How's that for a receptionist bot? Any questions? Any thoughts? No. Okay, cool. So let me zoom out a bit. So that's this bot. So let's do all of our bots. Okay, so there's this. Now let's make a now let's make the I'm gonna duplicate this. So we start from scratch. We'll call this the affirmations bot. Okay, so this is the affirmation bot. Let me zoom in. And I also like doing this because it just so much faster than doing it, you know, in CloseBot, even though CloseBot is super duper fast. But this really helps. And also, again, if you're working with a client doing a screen share, you can build this with them, which I do all the time. Okay, so the affirmation bot, we don't need name, phone, email. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need any of this stuff. So let's get rid of all this. So all the affirmation bot is going to do, and this is going to be a combination of 2. We're going to do something cool here. So the affirmation bot. So what I was thinking is, how about when they do daily affirmations, I wanted to ask what type of and so I'm going to give them a list of affirmations. We'll make like a pull down menu. They can pick like 3 or not a pull down menu. The bot will say, what kind of daily affirmations you want. It'll let them know. Okay. And then it'll do that. And you'll see why I'm doing that in a second. Okay. So then it's going to hand them off to the new bot, which is this affirmation bot. And the affirmation bot is going to essentially, the way this is going to work is that every day at X time, the message is sent via, we'll do email. Actually, you know what we'll do? I was going to debate if I want to have them choose email or SMS. That would probably be really cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be cool. So we'll do a, so what kind, and then we'll also add in SMS or email. We can even also ask what time. Like day, night, day or night. Like morning, noon, we'll have them pick some times. Okay, cool. So now we have this information. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is watch. So now what I want to do is I'm going to take some of this flow that I did here because I know that when my affirmation bot comes in, I want this affirmation bot to work even if I don't know what kind of affirmations they want, how they want the affirmations, or when they get the affirmations. So what you're going to see me do is in CloseBot, and I'll repeat this again, believe me, once I get there. But what I'm going to do is you'll see me create this bot in a way where if the bot already knows the answers to these questions, which it would if it came from this bot, because it asked the questions. If it already knows the answers, it's going to skip these objectives, as you'll see me do in CloseBot, and I'll explain that fully in a minute, maybe not today, but first thing tomorrow. It will not ask them. If it doesn't know these questions, it will ask them. And this way you can use the affirmation bot for anyone, even if you don't know what kind, or even if you don't know their name or anything like that. So let me do this again too. I'll make this even a little more robust. So if it doesn't know this information, it will ask, but if it does know this, it's going to skip it. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. Boom. Okay, so now once it does this, so now the real affirmation part of this, the real affirmation part of the bot, we'll do over here. And all this is going to do, here's where we're going to do something cool. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come out of here. I'm going to come out of here. I'm going to do a ChatGPT call separate from CloseBot. So this is going to be an advanced technique to write affirmation using custom variables, which we will set, or custom fields, which you'll see what I mean by that is when they pick the kind when they pick the kind of affirmation they want, I'm going to send that bit of data to ChatGPT so it'll automatically write the affirmation based on what kind they want, not in CloseBot. Then it's going to send it back to CloseBot. So this here, let's see. So this is going to be the affirmation. Although, so what we're going to do is, let me think. Okay, we'll have to do this one as I do this. I'm just thinking out loud here. So we have to have the affirmation written. So basically, there's something called a override message in CloseBot, which we're going to be using. I'm going to make a note of that. And what that allows us to do is to send a message via SMS, Facebook, Instagram, whatever they just responded to the bot on. We could send them a message without having to use CloseBot directly. But if they respond to it, CloseBot takes over. And that's what I'm going to do. I know that may have sounded complicated, but you're going to see me do it again in real time when I build this. Okay, I'm just taking notes to do this properly. And then with a override message. So I want to show you as many techniques in CloseBot as I can. And that's another one. Okay, so this is going to be the override message. And then we'll come to the response and then yeah. Okay, so we'll do this. I'm going to keep going. I want to get in one more flow real quick here And I think this is enough for now. I never did this kind of bot before, so I'm not 100% sure how this flow is going to end up. So again, you guys have access to this file and you'll see me do this in real time. But I want to do another bot. So I want to do a, this is the abandoned cart bot. So this is pretty easy. So the way this works is we're going to have a checkout page. So the way the abandoned cart works is that it comes from checkout page, and we're going to make a checkout page for our yoga mat. So if they don't buy the product, but they filled out their information, they just abandon the cart before they pay. It's called an abandoned cart. We're going to have the bot over and over again. We're going to call it re-engage. And oh yeah, so and offer a coupon. So what we'll do is, this will be cool. So we're going to make a bot that if they abandon the cart, and only if they abandon the cart, the bot is going to hit them up and say, hey, sorry you abandoned the cart. Would it help if we gave you like 10% off? Use this coupon code. And then we will send them a link. So then give link. We're going to give them a link back to the product page, except with the coupon code in the URL so that it's automatically filled out on the checkout page. And I know this probably sounded very complicated. If you've never done this before, this is your very first class. I'm not doing a basic bot build. Just so you all know, if you're on this thing, I'm not doing a basic bot build. This is an advanced bot build class. Again, you could join my school group. There's the chatbot challenge. There's a whole bunch of different easier challenges in there. They're longer and more drawn out. But hopefully at the end of the 5 days, if you stick with me, I promise you, you'll understand what I'm doing. You'll see how easy it is to do. And we're going to get into CloseBot. So let's do that now. Let's do that right now to end our session. Okay. So we have 3 different bots that we need to make in CloseBot. So here's CloseBot. So here's my CloseBot account. Okay. So if you click here, I have all my different bots here, and I have multiple accounts. So I have way more bots than this, but I'm going to make a new bot. I'm going to, in order to do that, each bot has a menu with it, associated with it. This is CloseBot. So this is my default bot. I gave it the name Do Not Touch, so I don't ever touch it. But it's just the top level. This menu is always in order by number, not alphabetically, just so you know that. So be aware it's by number for now, not alphabetically. So that's why you see this Do Not Touch default. You won't have that, okay? So what I want to do is, all I want to do is create a new bot. And I'm going to do that by hitting the plus tool, and I'll do fitness because it has some built-in templates, and I'll just start with the fitness one. People ask, why is there no blank template? And the reason is because when there's a blank template, there isn't enough of a framework in there where customers apparently don't kind of like make CloseBot act funky. So that's why there's not all these different fitness things in here. So I'm going to give this is my new CloseBot chatbot instance that I've just created. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it HathaBot. I'm going to call it Hatha, and this is going to be the reception bot. We're going to have 3 bots. Okay, so this is bot number 1. We'll give it a name. We'll call her Heather from Hatha. Okay. I'll go over what these different things mean here. We're not going to look at it real quick. I'm going to just hit the save button. When you go to integrate, this is how you connect it to GoHighLevel. Okay, so I'm going to hit connect. And it's going to bring up my GoHighLevel account with all my different sub-accounts. I'm going to look for Hatha. Here, or Harmony Hatha. Cool. Oh yeah, I suppose I could have named the person Harmony. That's a good name. So just click it and give it a second. It'll pop back in. You don't have to save it. It automatically saves. So now it's connected to CloseBot. And I'm sorry, now it's connected to GoHighLevel. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to add any custom variables in CloseBot, nothing. It's all set up. And I'm going to show you real briefly how it will work. So we'll call her Harmony. There's Harmony Hatha, right? Harmony Hatha reception. The bot's name is Harmony. Okay. So We've only got a couple minutes left, so we're gonna kind of end the class kind of now, but I want to show you if you've never seen CloseBot, this is what a individual bot looks like. I'm on my Harmony Hatha reception bot. You can integrate it. I'm going to add an OpenAI key. If you don't have an OpenAI key, and that's what you use to pay for the chat, it's not free. You don't have to have one. CloseBot just charges you more money because they have your credit card. So if you want cheaper OpenAI, then put in your own key. I'm not going to do that right now. I do it in my 30-day challenge. If you have any questions, ask on the school group. Okay. So I'm going to skip triggers. So main, this is where the prompting happens. You guys probably know that you prompt the chat bot, you tell it to act a certain way, say certain things, do certain things. Here's kind of where you get started on that. I'm going to show you a more advanced technique for this. Here's the objectives where the bot asks one question at a time. And this is what sets CloseBot apart, is that it goes down these priority lanes and it won't continue until it has the question answered. And I can map them to custom fields. I'm going to show you how to do this again. So if it doesn't make 100% sense at the moment, don't worry about it. And we're going to rewrite all this stuff. But essentially, CloseBot is the wrapper around ChatGPT. In addition, when you use CloseBot, since it's kind of extracted from ChatGPT, it takes care of all the logic. And it may even use tools like, what's the one from, I can't remember, but it uses other LLMs in addition to ChatGPT, just in case there's any downtime. So that's another useful thing of CloseBot, that it really handles the error handling when you use chatbots. Like if you and this is way different than the conversation AI in GoHighLevel. That's not there yet, in my opinion, at all. You're totally free to use it, but this is way better than the built-in GoHighLevel conversational AI. We'll go over all this stuff tomorrow, but that's pretty much it. So we've got really far today. We've done all of this stuff. Now we're about to build our bots. Okay. Are there any questions? Any comments? No. Okay, cool. Well, again, this class will be tomorrow night, same time, same link. And you all have access to this. If you're new, check the Zoom chat. This is in there. I'm also going to put this on my school group. Okay. So thank you very much. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.